Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. This week was the last week in our This Is Water series. I hope you've all enjoyed listening as much as we have enjoyed talking about it all. We'll start up a new series on conflict next week, which should be a lot of fun. But this week we wrapped up talking about authenticity. The main text, there are two of them, they're similar, both the Apostle Paul, Ephesians 4:17 through 25, and then Colossians 3:1 through 11. So make sure you take a second, read those texts as a group so you got them in the collective consciousness. There are two big ideas. First one was that modern authenticity, right? The way we modern people think about authenticity, it's been a huge gift to the world. We are more honest with ourselves, we're more patient with others, and we are less beholden to unhealthy forms of obligation and servitude and things like that. So that's all great. Second big idea, which complements the first, is that authenticity for a Christian needs to primarily be about being true to Christ. Because the best way to be true to yourself is to be true to Christ as a Christian. And those two kind of modern and ancient notions of authenticity belong together. First question, what was most interesting or encouraging to you this week? Second question, what was most challenging? What raised questions for you? What did you not understand? What did you not agree with? Question number 3, modern authenticity, right? So Brene Brown's definition is great. Saint Brene Brown. Letting go of who you think you're supposed to be and embracing who you are. That's the way we think about authenticity. What's good in that? You know, I mentioned a number of things, but y'all brainstorm as a group. What are some really good things that have come out of this modern emphasis on letting go of who you think you're supposed to be and embracing who you are? Now, question number 4, this is kind of like the follow-up to question 3, is how do we make sure it doesn't get weird? Right? That's the technical way to say it. How do we make sure that this idea of authenticity and being true to yourself, how do we make sure the idea has some brakes on it, right? Because every idea needs some brakes, so we don't hurtle ourselves headfirst into this very weird abyss of the self as defined by the self, as being true to myself, as determined by myself, and this weird thing, right? So how do we make sure it doesn't get weird, the authenticity thing? Question 5, I want you to discuss this. I said that according to Paul, the formula for authenticity that I think we get out of those two texts, Ephesians and Colossians, the formula for authenticity is to live an honest life and be true to Christ. So I want you to discuss Paul's notion of what authenticity is and what he can maybe teach us. Our action step, be honest about something that you have not been honest about. It can be a really big thing. That's what the group's there for. It can be a small thing, something in between, whatever, because any step towards being more honest is a step towards authenticity. So hope that makes for some good discussing. Hope you enjoyed the series, and see you guys and girls on Sunday.